And we're back. I don't know what happened.
I have no idea what happened.
Maybe we broke Facebook's compliance. Let's give them a second to get on.
Yeah.
We'll give y'all a minute to get on. This is part 2.
That was really weird. Look at our faces.
We're back. I don't know what
That's our
happened.
very confused face.
That was our super confused face.
Right.
I was like, what in the world?
What happened? I don't know what happened.
We don't know what happened.
We must not have
we
been
broke-
Facebook compliant.
I think
They're
we
like,
I think we broke Facebook's internet.
tech team coming for you.
Yeah.
It's like I'm the tech team today. That's
Yeah.
probably why I did it. Who knows?
I don't
Travis
know.
watched me though. I didn't hit finish.
I didn't see finished hit.
No.
I don't know what
I just
happened.
hit come back to me, and then
And then it just ended you.
said no.
It ended you.
Okay, so
y'all
we'll
love-
give it a sec because we lost a lot of people.
I hope y'all like the compliance video.
That was the first time I've seen it, so
It was good.
we got to debut it together. I was laughing my butt off, but
Yeah.
good job, Dylan.
I liked it. All right, get your people back on. Tag them in your group chats, team chats. Let them know that the video is back up, and they will get to see the second video that we're about to play. So many things still yet to talk about
Yeah.
today.
We're not done
We're
yet.
not done yet. We're not done.
That wasn't a mic drop.
That was no, definitely wasn't a mic drop. So
I'm scared now to play this next video.
I don't know if it happens again. Y'all know to get back on, because
Yeah,
who knows?
we'll try. We'll try it. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Hi, Rockstars. I'm Kristen, the co-CEO of Ariel, and this is the Rockstar Flow Part 2 Monday. The Rockstar Flow is our simple, duplicatable marketing system we use at Ariel. As a rockstar, you're going to hear us refer to the flow often. So it's really important that you get familiar with each step or each day of the week. And on Mondays, we invite to the audition. What the heck is the audition? This is the key to our marketing system or our sales funnel that we use. The audition is designed to give our potentials a sneak peek at what it would look like to be a rock star. Because we use Team Pay as part of our royalty residual portion of the comp plan, we can give our auditioners a temporary spot in the Team Pay tree. So every customer or rock star or even another auditioner that comes in on that team's leg will go under your potential. This is going to help you leverage the power of the comp plan to maximize your earning potential, and they'll have until Friday to decide if they want to lock in their spot. If not, anyone who joined as a customer or rockstar under them will move up the tree and they'll go down the tree. Let's talk about major FOMO. This system helps guide your potential through the sales process and urges them to make a quicker decision. I know this system works because I was walked through a similar process when I joined my last company. My plan was just to check things out, maybe try a product or two, but instead, because I was so nervous to lose my spot, I made a quick 24-hour decision to join. If you'd like someone to take the audition with you, use your special trackable link in the My Ariel app. Pro version. To check out the team activity for your auditioner, simply go to arielaudition.com and enter their email. Okay, Rockstar, now check out part 3 for the next step and go out and rock it.
There it is.
I was like, I'm not letting the video end.
Yeah, because when the video ended last time, it just shut it down. I don't know what happened.
All right, guys, that's it. Those are your 2 videos for this week. So definitely get the pro version if you have it, so you can have these special trackable links. You need them, and of course, even if you have the light version, you get a bunch of value with the app, but you get so much more with the pro version, and you'll be able to send out these videos. You'll be able to track when they looked at them. So many different analytics that you'll be able to have. So it will help you grow your business for sure.
You want to give them some details? Some things?
Some details.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Then you go out and rock their business. But I want to say we need to talk a little bit about this 3-year anniversary, what it means to us.
Yes. So you go first.
man, it's really hard to put into words what this anniversary means to us. We've had so many hurdles and roadblocks, and we had to maneuver many, many times to make things happen. Some of it you guys saw, some of it you felt, some things probably went completely unnoticed, but we knew about it. Some things y'all noticed a lot. Here's what you might not have known. We signed at least 2 days after finding our location where Ariel is housed. We took this, we signed the lease, and then less than a year later, we had to move into a bigger location because the location we had wasn't big enough. Instead, we tripled our size. Tripled our size in less than a year. It was like 8 months, maybe, right?
Yeah.
I think it was 8 months. Hey, we met with a lab and we developed our products, and we stocked them, created them, stocked them, manufactured them in less than 8 weeks' time. We didn't have a top tier pay company for over 3 months, or a merchant for 6 weeks. PayPal is how we actually started the company, because that was all we had of
Our
way to take pay.
website was supposed to be ready. The website was ready, but we didn't have the payment processing ready on the 17th. So technically, even though the 17th is when we launch, we didn't have the website ready to accept credit card payments. So that was a giant hurdle. I mean, I had people Venmo me. I had people use PayPal.
Trying to get in.
Because they wanted to get in. They didn't want to wait. And so we were manually putting people in the system with their orders. They literally picked their products over a Google form. Like,
We didn't have a website. Yeah.
Insanity.
Here's something else they don't know. PayPal owes us $150,000.
Oh my gosh. We processed
Yeah.
probably $350,000 through PayPal. And kind of out of nowhere, because they're like, whoa, and they shut us down, and they ended up keeping $150,000 we still to this day have never received. So
There you go. That's something y'all probably didn't know.
yeah,
Who knew hemp would be so hard to
it
do
was
business with?
crazy. But
Like,
I've heard other stories, honestly, even with outside of that space, they can pretty
Yeah.
much do what they want to do. So
Yeah. So don't trust PayPal. Just saying.
we got lawyers involved and everything, but it just, it wasn't worth it at the end to fight it. I was like, let's just focus on building our business. And it was crazy. We had to do handwritten checks, because harder than the credit card
Yeah.
was
The
to get
pay
a
system.
payment company. So we use MassPay, and I know this now, but then I didn't realize what was happening. They were actually internally going through some changes, and so no one knew what was happening or what was going on, and we just kept falling through the cracks. And so we kept being promised that we were like next to be approved, because you basically, they check you. We had to have FBI background checks. We had to make sure we weren't money laundering. Like, it's a huge process to be able to do that. I thought it was simple. Like, hey, I give you money and then you pay the people for me. Like,
It's not
not
like
a big
that.
deal.
Yeah.
No, it's not like that at all. It's very, very strict industry. That's why when I'm seeing these new transit cards and stuff, I'm like, y'all,
Stay
you're
away.
in for a ride. Do not do that.
It's a pyramid scheme how they're doing it too.
I'm like,
but just saying.
I know how these banking systems work now. It's red flags all over it. Anyway, that's a rabbit trail. It was hard. I literally paid people to write checks, and then Travis went and signed them all. And then I gave people hand massages, because it took all day long to write checks.
Yeah.
It was insane. That's how we got started, guys. It was crazy. I think some people still have their checks. And then we finally got that approved. So when I see people wanting to join a startup, it's like, I'm so glad I didn't know how hard it was going to be, because it would have been really difficult to say yes to do this, because we went through so many hurdles. And now knowing how many people don't actually make it, it's hard. Because what I want you guys to understand is, Travis and I'm sure you kind of know this, but I'm going to say it anyway. We put our heart and soul into this. Like, we put our own money, our family's legacy, Jordan's inheritance is on the line here. Like, this isn't just money we got from people and we're like, okay, let's give this business a go. I hear this is a good industry to be in. Like, we're not a group of investors that are just like throwing things out there to see if we can make a buck. This is not what we're here to do. We're here to change this industry. We're here to change lives. We're here to have people have the story that we have been able to have. That's what drives us. So when other people would have given up or said, this is too hard, I don't want to do this anymore, I'm not making the money, whatever they think, that's not going to happen here. And so that's why we're so different, is it starts with us. And I know it trickles down to you guys. I know you guys have the same heart and the same vision here. Like, you can see where this is going. You can see, like, on paper, we've already been super, super successful. I mean, we've hit levels that people strive to hit.
Oh yeah, we've had obstacles that we've overcame, but like, I'm so proud to say that we've had months where we've had 20 different customers, like, per Rockstar signed up. Like,
20 to 1 ratio. That's
incredible.
Unheard of. They told us when we started, you have to go for 2 for 1, but really the golden standard is 5 to 1 customers per Rockstar. And we've been able to have months where it was over 20 to 1. And so, like, that is what shows, kind of talking about compliance, that's what shows the FTC that this is a legitimate company. Like, people are here because they want to buy the product, even if they're not making money off of it. Like, honestly, that's the definition of a pyramid scheme, is there a tangible product that people want, whether they can make money or not? And obviously the answer is yes with those kind of ratios. This isn't something that people just buy in because they're like, okay, I want a chance to make money, but there's no customers per se. Yeah. So I'm super grateful that you guys have, especially the ones that were in the very beginning. It was a bumpy ride, and not everyone is pioneers. Like, everyone wants to say, yes, I'm part of a startup and we're going to do this thing. But when that hype wears off, it does, the hype wears off really quickly, what's left is it's hard work. Yeah. It's hard work, trailblazing. And
I mean, I just think of how many companies have started since, like, the same time as us that are gone. Like, I don't have enough digits on my fingers and toes to keep up with all the ones that have started and gone.
Yeah. And so you guys, every single one of you here watching, like, we just love you guys so much. And I've always said from day one, like, year 3 is when we're gonna skyrocket, because I really felt like it was gonna take us that long to kind of get our systems in place, get established, get a secure foundation, because we did $1 million in sales our first week. And so, as much of a blessing as it was to have that much business, it was so hard, because there's so many packages that have to go out, so many problems. Like, it just amplified. We weren't able to, like, ease into the business.
It was kind of a high class problem.
It was a very good problem to have, but it was still a problem.
Yeah.
Per se. So now we've got, like, this solid foundation. And now I feel comfortable being like, all right, let's have those skyrocketing moments now, because we are ready for it.
Yeah, let me tell you what we've done. AAA rated by Business for Home in our first year, and we've kept it the entire time. So we started out as an A-rated company, like when they finally noticed us. And then we quickly hit AAA rated, and we have maintained it ever since. We've done nearly 30 million in sales. We were voted top 5 best MLMs our first year. And we were competing against companies, 3 to 5 years old, which was insane. I didn't even know they could say a 5-year company was still a startup. But apparently in this industry, that's the way they do it sometimes. We've created over 70 unique custom products that have real results, that have backed clinical studies, some of them. So we brought in-house manufacturing to our Bougie Bath line. And we just launched those Bougie Scoops, if y'all haven't checked those out.
Those are legit. They're really big too. They're like this big. You'll be able to use them over and over again. Some people use them like soap. Some people, I like it just like as a bubble bath.
We hired top leaders to work at our corporate office. Many of them have had over $100,000 a month sales teams themselves. So you guys would get a field first leadership from our corporate team. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but less than 5% make it to where we are right now. Less than 5%. Some years, only 1% of companies less than 3 years old make it through the storm. Less than 1%. Some years it's up to 5%. But think about that for a second. 19 out of 20 companies, even on their best years, don't make it to the 3rd-year anniversary of network marketing. Over 25,000 network marketing companies close every single year. I didn't even know that there was 25,000 network marketing companies in the country or the world. I didn't know that. But here's what happens. 25,000 open every single year. 25,000 close every single year. There's about 10,000 that stay worldwide. That should tell you something about this industry. It's hard, it's difficult, but it's impressive what we've done. And it's even more impressive when I think about that for just I'm like, wow, 25,000 plus open up, 25,000 plus close every year. So that means some of the old ones are going out for the ones that make it, but it's very few that make it to the point that we are. So it's an oddity, it's an abnormality, it's an outlier, and I feel like we were fulfilling what we said we were going to do for everybody. I feel like that's where we are. I think that you guys are at a place now, and we're at a place now where the people that we're supposed to be calling, that's supposed to fit in here, they're coming in like crazy. Not everybody's going to want to be part of this magical unicorn company, but I feel like we've set such a standard now that people are coming and they're calling for it. People are coming and they're calling for it. I don't know about y'all, but I know that my inbox has been blowing up with people that are like, hey, I've been watching y'all for 3 years now. I want to know what's going on. I want to be part of this. It's almost like over the summer of this year, people started watching Ariel again. It was like the days in the very beginning have came back because we're in a different season now. We're in phase 2.
Yeah.
And phase 2 is going to bring new growth for you. It's going to bring new passion for you. It's going to bring new hope for you. And it's going to change a lot more lives than we've ever done before.
Yeah.
That's all I had. I don't know if you got anything else you want to say.
I think I've said it all. We've been talking about this a lot lately, and I'm just excited for the future. I'm excited. We're never going to be this small again. And so there's going to be a lot of things that we're not ever going to have first again for.
Yeah.
Because there's only so many times you can do something the first time. So I'm just excited. I know you guys have felt the shift. I've heard that over and over again. I actually was on a potential Zoom yesterday for someone, and I'm like, I'm an open book. Ask me anything and I will answer, because I believe, like, you might lie and be able to get people to join your company, but then they're not going to last and they're not going to stay. And so I just rather be real, and if it's not for you with the honest truth, then I'd rather not go through that cycle.
Yeah, it just looks bad for everybody.
Yeah, so it's bad for you, it's bad for us. So I'm like, ask me anything. And she's like, how do you feel like the industry is going as a whole? And I'm like, it's hard out there. It's not even just our industry, it's all industries. I have friends in totally different industries, and it's just a hard year, with the economy, inflation, all of those type of things. So it's just harder. When we started this year, springtime, historically, I've been doing this for 11 years. Springtime has always been the best season. Like, it just naturally, I don't know, it's because I've usually been in the health and wellness space, or people are getting tax refunds, or what it is.
I think it's just like the perfect combination of all the things.
It's a lot of things, I think, that just make that season just naturally easier. And then summer's always been harder, and then fall usually is a little bit easier, and then the Christmas time is usually harder, and then it's just like an ebb and flow that you go through. And I noticed that this spring, it was definitely an uptick, but it wasn't as big of an uptick as we're used to. And I was like, wait, what is going on? And so we really delve into our business and thought about, what do we need? And one of the biggest things that we came up with that we need is, we need to have a summer event, and we need to get everyone back together, and we need to really do some hard training. And so we had the family reunion. It was a relatively small event, really.
Yeah, I think there was only 65 people,
60
70
people or
maybe.
so there. Yeah. And that was in June. And then July was our best July that we've ever had. It literally just took off after that. And we've had a really, really good numbers from the second half of the year. And I see, it's not a super fast momentum, but I do see the momentum picking up. when it's in a season, we should be slowing down in the season, but we're
And
not.
we're actually ramping up,
We're
which is
actually
insane.
picking up. And so I'm like, this just makes me like so much even more excited for this spring. But it lets me know that we are on the right track and we have something that people want.
It also tells me that you can control your seasons to a certain
Yeah.
degree. Like, because it's supposed to be the opposite way of what happened, but when we had that event and people started really digging in on the flow, something that was easy that anybody could do, it just started creating that ramp up that was powerful, that was moving, everybody was on the same page. And I think that's pretty powerful, is when you unite together and you're all working towards the same goal and the same cause. It shows the power that happens behind it. You can actually go against the current. It's powerful.
Changing the graph.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Shaking it up.
But yeah, so I'm like, I think it's part of just going into this 3-year too. Like, I've always said it, year 3 is going to be it for us. And if you know me, if you've been around for a while,
Power in the spirit and the tongue.
when
that's all
I
I'm
say
saying.
something like this, it happens. Like,
It just does every time.
It just
Unexpected
is my gut
checks in the mail.
feeling. And as much as I want it to be like year 2 is it, obviously, we're all impatient people. We want it now. I knew that there was a molding process that not only we had to go through, that the company had to go through, that our leadership had to go through to get us to the place where we're ready. And so if you're not experiencing the growth that you want to experience yet, you need to turn inward and be like, okay, what is it that I need to do to prepare myself to be ready? And what kind of leader do I need to be? What kind of thick skin maybe I need to develop? You know, what trials do I need to face that's going to mold me and shape me into the person that I need to be that leader that's worthy of having a team like that. And so if you want it and you're doing the action and you feel like you're spinning your wheels, it's because you're not yet ready yet. So you still have to go through that season, and it's tough. These seasons are tough. Trust me, I feel like I go through them a lot in my life, and I'm like, sometimes I'm like, God, you know what? I think I'm good here. I think I don't need to be any more mature or any wiser. But because it's hard, guys, I know it's hard, but it elevates you to the next level. And so put in that hard work, get yourself to convention. This will be a game changer for you. Like, if you really, really, truly want that life change, you need to be in that room. You have to be in that room. It will change you.
Come on now. All right, get to convention. It is a game changer. And I'll get to talk a lot. Kristen will get to talk a lot. A lot of leaders are going to get to talk a lot. A lot of the corporate team's going to get to talk a lot. There's going to be a lot of life change that happens in that room. Get there, get it done. Everybody wants to see my shirt. Spread cheeks, not hate. It's the way it is.
All right, guys. We're going to let you go. Rock your business. You got a sale to promote.
Go do it. Go rock your business.